Obviously, I cannot work with America because they insist on white supremacy. They insist on various criminal and satanic cultures. The major problem in this society is that people will not obey God through me because they never grew up. Okay? And this is connected to the coronavirus outbreak. They do not understand that moral logic is greater than emotions. They don't. And their conceptions of morality are laughable, very disrespectful, very evil. When I say disrespectful, I mean in the truest sense. Not some white supremacist saying that a slave saying slavery is wrong to him is disrespectful after all that he's done. Okay? Their arguments in that regard are disgusting, and everyone who takes that path deserves to burn in hell. All right. When we see the rape culture, why do we have such a huge rape problem in America? Over 1 in 4 women are raped or sexually assaulted in their lifetime, and that doesn't include rape by deception, which makes it almost every single female in this country. How could that be? It has to do with judgment. The male's judgment, the female's judgment. Who married who and why? Every rapist, okay, has a female as a mother. Okay? Alcohol is a chemical compound. There are chemical processes in the brain. Mental health does not do mental health justice. Alcohol-derived confidence is a proof that I'm right. Just like drug-derived confidence, beer muscles, what have you. They're all connected to the idea that people have a false sense of confidence, and they state their opinion without thinking it through, without organizing their thoughts on a piece of paper and having the moral courage to insist on what's right. Moral logic does not lead you to conform to the system. It leads you to be screened out. In fact, Jesus on the cross is first and foremost a symbol of moral precision. Most people do not know God, so they know, hey, moral precision. And once you're in the morally precise life, then you can see God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. The morally precise are the pure in heart. What is a righteous person if not someone who's morally precise? By moral precision, I mean, hey, I'm going to make this video right now and insist on what's right. Okay? They say, well, you could have said it this way. You could have said it that way. Right? There's never a perfect way to do things, but moral precision is trying your best and going the distance to make sure that when you do it, you were right to do it. It was the righteous thing to do. Okay? And not in the boundaries of white supremacy. The biggest threat to understanding moral precision is slipping into the state of mind of the corporate state. Government meaning mental. Okay? And thinking that the military and the police, okay, and the philosophy departments in schools, that they understand it. They don't. If they did, they would live it. If you understand moral precision, you live it. No one else is living it but me. It is not right to live the lives that they're living. If for nothing else, they would choose death in the absence of a moral path to live, because that's moral precision. Because they do not do that, and those who know about me do not obey God through me. No one else is morally precise. And that is a huge problem. It directly translates into rape, because the absence of a morally precise love is rape by deception. People deceiving themselves, and they deceive others, and they play the game to various degrees, and we see the consent, right? And we see the confederate, okay, and so on and so forth. And confidence, right? A confidence man makes the woman think that confident in her decision to date him and have sex with him, okay? And there's various degrees. Sometimes they get them drunk with wine. Sometimes they just tell them a lie. Sometimes they tell them the common lie that it's enough to be a hardworking, financially stable, perhaps good-looking guy for them to sleep with them. Or that it's a good idea to sleep with someone just because you're attracted to him. But without moral logic, it is a stupid and childish little girl, crying that she doesn't have her candy, mad about her misplacing her Barbie doll kind of decision. Okay? So look at the coronavirus. First of all, the military has a huge, catastrophic problem with rape. An unbelievable problem with rape. However, if they had a moral core, then they could go into the streets, into the cities with catastrophic crime problems. Dallas, Baltimore, D.C., Chicago, etc. And they could put troops in the most criminal areas, and they could reduce the crime problem They could bring in more drug sniffing dogs, and they could all but wipe out the drug trade just with that step alone. Okay, where the drug trade hits the hardest, in the poor areas. Okay, of course the rich have to sniff a bunch of cocaine and so on and so forth, but you get what I'm saying. I'll tell you this. Cursed are they who would even suggest for a second that anyone else is worthy to lead. What were you people doing with your lives? Working for law enforcement? The corrupt state? That's your argument? Are you sure? Would you make that argument before God? If you wouldn't make the argument before God, then shut the fuck up and admit that I'm the only worthy leader. What's wrong with you people?